Hi, this is Aisha Sarvari, Head of Communications and Sustainability at Jazz. Thank you for being part of Conversations at Jazz. Today we have a really special guests from Aberkyn, Jason and Casper. So we'll start with you, Casper. Why were you inspired to go down the path of, inspiring and changing people?
The journey started by rolling and growing into leadership roles in my previous employer. And I really liked that. And what made it special is that by growing people, I became a sort of, talent pool. I created a talent pool with a lot of pool from other countries. So they started to get my talents and I would nurture new ones, right?
When was the day where you're like, I think I have a gift?
Well, there was not a specific day. After my first coaching rounds with the leader of a big pro bono organization in Amsterdam, and she was in tears of gratitude. I was like, did I just do that? And that made me realize that, hey, this is something that I love to do. It's for me on purpose. I haven't formulated the purpose yet. It felt very much on purpose. So I was like, this is what I want to do.
What makes a person who's coaching authentic? And how hard was it for you to do that?
So often we go through life, it's as if we're wearing a mask. And we're trying to be the person that we think other people expect us to be. And actually, when we start to see who we really are and to start to express that person, it's so much easier to be myself rather than pretend to be the person that I think other people want me to be.
When did you have the aha moment that Casper had?
The thing that most brings me to life is when I see the twinkle in somebody else's eye, and I know that they've seen there's an adventure awaiting me that I haven't stepped into, and now I take the courage and I step in. And when that happens, it's almost like that fills me with such joy. Yeah.
What happens when the environment doesn't allow you to do that and when it's toxic?
So an environment is toxic because people are behaving badly or not communicating well. Most often you can actually change the way that people behave towards you by talking with them, by leveling with them. Very occasionally that you won't win them round, but 99% of the time, by having a courageous conversation with somebody, you can restore what was a toxic relationship and turn it into something that's a positive, creative relationship.
Casper, do you think there's a cost to business of toxic environments?
Yes, there is. The moment that there's a toxic environment, people will go into protection, and there is less courage, there's less creativity, there's fear, and when there's fear, there is no joy, and joy brings the best out in all of us, right?
Remember us talking about your performance is equal to your potential minus the interference. The kind of toxic environment, toxic relationships that you're talking about can be a major interference to somebody actually fulfilling their true potential.
Why do you think this is important for leaders to say, I'm not sure, I don't know, it's uncertain?
The leader is the one that creates the conditions for everybody to be successful. But actually the leader wants everybody to really, be as good as they can be. And so that means, that they don't have to be perfect and brilliant at everything. They just need to be good at getting the right people in the right place and guiding them forwards.
What are some of the things you would tell a leader not to ever miss on?
Self-awareness is key, because then you want to learn, and then the ability to learn will follow.
The leader is one who will be aware of himself, herself, and the circumstances that they're in, and then choose their leadership action.
Rather than ad hoc.
Yes.
What do you think of Jazz as an organization?
There's pride in the growth and in where the company was and where it is now. And then we also dreamt of what it could be. And there was such a unified vision of, wow. So different groups working on this, and they came back with roughly the same outlines. That is beautiful. Then there's even alignment on the dream going forward, which is very powerful.
Jason, what do you think of Jazz?
It appears to me to be a company with great ambitions. It's also a company that is going really, really well. So, there's forward momentum. There's a track record. The ambition has created the conditions for Jazz to be successful in this marketplace.
On behalf of P&O, People in Organization, our training arm, the future leaders, and from Jazz, thank you, Jason and Casper, for being part of this and teaching us how to be better people.
It's a great pleasure to be with
Thank
you
you.
and serve you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
दुनिया को बता दो